In this video, I'm going to give you some ideas for how to motivate your homeschool kids to do their work promptly, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Lisa McKenzie and welcome to Homeschool Pick and Mix. I'm a homeschool mum of 4 kids ages 5 up to 12. On this channel, I like to teach you ways that you can bring peace, love, joy, truth, beauty and goodness into your homeschool through tips and tricks and encouragement and systems that can just manage your home, manage your homeschool and bring love into it and fun into it as well. So if you'd like to hear more of that type of content, be sure to hit the subscribe button below with the little bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some ways that you can motivate your kids if they're taking ages to get their work done. The first thing I like to suggest is to sit down with them and actually be beside them and encourage them through their work. So you might sit down, it might be science book, and they're looking at their science book and go, okay, well, why don't we read this together? I'll read the first part and you read the second part. Or even if they're reading it by themselves, you can say, great, you've read that now. Let's get on to the questions. What's the first question? Okay, let's write the answer here. And so you're just helping them pace through it. A lot of times our expectations may just be a little high and we think that we should be able to sit them down and they should just be able to do it all without any distractions while we go off and we do something else. But it's not really realistic. Not many adults could actually sit down for 30 minutes without sort of looking out the window and thinking that they'd like a cup of coffee or planning something else for the day. And little kids definitely can't do it, so we shouldn't really expect them to. And by giving them the help and the company, often they'll work really well. Kids really like to have your time and your attention, and it's a good thing, and you can really build relationship. So just start off with them and get them into the process of doing it. You might do it for a couple of months and then the kids will be on their way and not need you there as much. But in the beginning, or if you've been going a little while but still struggling, try sitting down with the kids while they're doing their homeschool work. Sometimes you can actually even have your own thing that you're doing next to the kid at the table, and they're just happy to have your company and will stay more focused like that. The next thing that I suggest is try blocking out less amount of time to do your homeschool rather than longer. If you've said, right, you've got 2 hours and you need to get these 2 subjects done in 2 hours, and then by the end of the 2 hours they're sort of sleeping on the table and they haven't hardly got some of the first subject done, you're probably letting it go on for too long. So try shortening the time. You might say 15 minutes per subject and you've got 3 subjects, let's go. Along with this, I suggest finding a timer. It may be an electronic timer or it may be a kitchen timer that you turn it, and say it's just 15 minutes, you're in charge, here's your timer, and they can set it, and when the 15-minute timer goes off, they can turn it off and they can put those books away and get their next subject out and do the timer again. Kids love having that tactile thing. They like being in control of part of their learning as well. So that's a really neat motivational tip. Another tip that I suggest is to change up your schedule a little bit. Some kids find it's so much better to have run around and used up all their energy and are ready to settle down at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon to do their quiet individual bookwork like handwriting and copywork and reading. It's like they've got all their jiggles out and now they're ready to relax and can focus in on that. The last thing that I like to do is to get a spiral notebook. This is an exercise book, you know, a lined notebook, and it has spirals down the side, spiral bound down the side. And then I write their checklist for the day on there. Now don't get too carried away and put 7 or 8 things, it's just a bit much. Start out with 3 or 4 things on there, and if it's science, spelling, story writing and reading like that, then they've got 15 minutes for each of those. They're in charge of their timer, and then when they're finished they can tick it off their list. This is also a really neat thing because the kids like to have the responsibility, and they've got the list, they can tick it off and they can show you and they can feel really accomplished and really proud of what they've done for the day. The reason I like spiral bound notebooks is when the day is finished you can just rip it out and throw it away. I like this because then after 30 days of doing it they don't have to thumb through 30 pages just to find where they're at. They've just already ripped out that page that's on today's page, which is at the top. It makes it so much easier. I would love it if you'd add your comments below for ideas for motivating kids to get their homeschool work done promptly. It can help our other viewers with more ideas for their family that they can implement themselves. If you've liked this video, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button with the bell notification next to it if you'd like to receive more content from me in the future. You might also like to look at these videos that YouTube is recommending. Happy homeschooling and have a great day.